1871, a man named Li Fong opened a laundromat at 913 Ray Street in Philadelphia. Li Fong was an immigrant from China. His laundromat became a safe haven for other Asian immigrants. From there sprung a beautiful community. Today, over 3,000 people live in Chinatown. Additionally, plenty of people outside of Chinatown visit its restaurants, bakeries, markets, and cultural centers.
Chinatown's a really important space to me. I made my first friends in high school at Chinatown, and then I used to go there with my mom when I was a lot younger.
Yeah, it's a place that I've been going to since I was really young. Like I've been going with my family. I was a little kid. That's where I go to hang out with my friends. All my favorite foods are there. So it's just like a really important place to me and so many other people.
When I think about why it's so important, I really think about the words that the youth used during our first couple of meetings, why they wanted to open the center. And, I think its importance is really in, its existence is to really give back and to what we say is nourish the community. And, its space is third spaces like this that are youth and community centers where young people like yourself can come there after school and study, get tutoring, can make some art, can hang out and, sort of be in a space that feels like home.
Philadelphia's Chinatown is also a hotspot for cultural events, like the Chinese New Year celebrations, which features a parade, lion dances, fireworks, and traditional performances. For more than 150 years, Chinatown has grown and thrived, but it has also been threatened. For instance, the city of Philadelphia constructed the Vine Street Expressway in the 1960s, which cut a chasm through the heart of Chinatown. When the Vine Street Expressway was proposed and built, there were many Philadelphians who believed the highway was important to connect Interstate 76 with Interstate 95. Even during the time of William Penn, Vine Street was an important and wide street meant to allow people to move quickly from one side of the city to the other. In 1973, the city attempted to tear down the Holy Redeemer Chinese Catholic Church. The church was special to the people of Chinatown because it was the only church that was exclusively built for Chinese Catholics. Residents of Chinatown protested and saved the church. Most recently, the Philadelphia 76ers attempted to build a new arena in the fashion district of Philadelphia. The proposed arena, known as the 76 Place, would have replaced part of the shopping complex. Some Chinatown advocates raised concerns about rising rents, displacement, and the erasure of Chinatown cultural identity. Many residents and business owners feared it would threaten the livelihood of small businesses.
This feels like a bad idea. I know this is a bad idea, and I'm surrounded by community members who are this is our home, we're going to get displaced. This entire thing is a very frustrating experience of not feeling heard.
The plan sparked significant controversy and backlash, especially from the nearby Chinatown community. Activists organized protests and applied public pressure, but many Philadelphians were also in support of the arena. For instance, trade unions argued that the arena provided needed jobs.
Look, here's what I think. I think that world-class cities must have world-class facilities to get tourists and other folks to come into the city and bring their resources. But with any project that we do, it is extremely important that you have community input and that the community that'll be most affected is involved in the process. So I look forward to working with my colleagues who are on city council because they're the ones that are going to make the decision. I'm in contact with them and working with them to make sure they make the right decision.
Chinatown in Philadelphia is not alone in having to resist threats to its existence. In Washington, D.C., the city built an arena that drastically changed the character of Chinatown. Now it is full of national chain stores and restaurants. Chinatowns aren't the only neighborhoods that are threatened. Across the country, African American neighborhoods have been demolished or greatly changed due to movements like urban renewal and gentrification. This is a story of our rights and responsibilities as citizens. Residents and supporters of Chinatown over decades have built a thriving community. They have also fought to protect that community. As citizens, we have the right to advocate for what we believe in. We also have a responsibility to do this.
been so repetitive that we have to fight for Chinatown and like our communities. So like when I first heard of it, I was really sad and angry and just knew like I needed to do something about it.
But I also did a lot of work with like within my school, and like I started a club to support like Asian students who felt very like overwhelmed by like the whole like stadium news and just like watching it pass through council. And I like knew that like I was fighting for a community that had already like endured so much.
But then there's also a lot of activism that happens at the center. So there's art builds where we might be making puppets or signs or banners for upcoming protests or rallies. It's also a space that we rent out to.
Today, there are plans to cover part of 676 to further improve Chinatown. These plans were made because citizens continue to exercise their rights and responsibilities to seek change.